Jenny, do you have a minute? Can you do me a favor?
Glenda, I'm working right now. What's up?
My lower back pain has gotten worse. I was wondering if you could drive to the hospital.
Right now?
I'm in pain.
Like I said, I'm at work right now, so I can't. I might be able to go this afternoon. So, can you wait a little longer?
Oh, no. Are you prioritizing work over me? We're supposed to be building a family soon. That's pretty cold.
I get it, but still, I have an important meeting. Can it wait for a couple of hours?
What if it gets worse in the next couple of hours? What if I'm not going to be able to walk? Are you going to take responsibility for that?
Responsibility?
I wish I could have asked my husband, but of course, he's off on a business trip at the worst possible time. And Jason is swamped with work, so I can't ask him. You're the only one I can rely on.
What about Lisa?
Lisa?
Didn't Lisa just get her driver's license recently? Why don't you ask her?
No, she can't.
Why not?
That girl just got a job offer and she's busy studying.
I see. But I just saw her with her friends the other day. She looks like she's just enjoying her time with her friends.
What's wrong with that? It's not like she's studying all day. She can hang out with friends for a change.
Huh? But wouldn't it be quicker to ask Lisa who's home instead of me who's at work?
God, aren't you sassy? You don't seem to realize at all that you're going to be a part of this family.
Well...
What's with you not being able to take care of your mother-in-law? You're going to be married to our family. I don't care what you do. You probably don't even make enough money anyway, so why don't you just quit? Seriously? Keeping a job after getting married is just not the way things are done.
I have no intention of quitting my job.
Excuse me?
I love my job. I'll take a break when we have kids, though.
But isn't Jake's income enough?
Not to be rude, but when I think about the future, just living off Jake's paycheck would be a stretch.
Oh, really? Isn't it because you're bad at managing the finances?
Excuse me, Glenda. I have to go for my meeting. I'll come by as soon as I'm done.
Hey, hold on, Jenny. Forget about that meeting and come pick me up. Jenny, thank you for taking me to the hospital today. You stopped by the supermarket and even made dinner for us. It really helped me out.
No worries. I'm glad I could help.
Aging, huh? Not a fan. It's tough standing in the kitchen with this back pain, you know?
I hope your back gets better soon.
By the way, Jenny, I have another favor to ask. Can you come by and do the laundry tomorrow?
What?
I can't do it because of my back. You can come by and do it before you go to work.
It's easy for you to say that, but your house is the opposite direction from my work. I'd have to leave so early to do that.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm an early bird anyways.
That's not the point.
What are you trying to say? Is it too much to ask?
I'm not saying it's a hassle, but could we schedule laundry days for when I'm off work? Besides, Lisa is home, right? So it feels like there's no need for me to go all the way there.
Listen, I told you Lisa is busy with her studies.
Can't she at least do the laundry?
You know where she works, right?
Wasn't it Ace Corporation?
Yeah. Lisa is going to work for a famous company that even appears in TV commercials. I mean, everyone who got a job offer there must be super talented, just like her. She gotta study hard and get any certificate while she can, so she won't fall behind. Gotta keep up with the others.
Right.
You know what? I was against your marriage with my son.
Really?
You know, I never wanted to welcome someone like you who grew up in a poor single-parent household into our family. But Jake insisted that it had to be you. So I had no choice but to agree for him to marry you.
Sure, I grew up in a single-parent household, but it's not like we were poor or anything.
Maybe you're just not aware of it. Growing up in a financially tight environment might make you think it's normal. But to others, it's pretty obvious.
What makes you think that?
First off, your appearance. Always wearing plain clothes, hardly wearing any makeup, and not a single piece of jewelry.
Yeah, I guess I'm just too lazy to bother with all that.
Huh?
I'd rather spend my time thinking about work than fussing over clothes and accessories. But I do try to keep myself presentable and at least maintain basic grooming standards.
You're always talking about work, work, work. I bet you slacked off on household chores at home too, using work as an excuse.
That's not true. Even though work keeps me busy, I try to leave on time as much as possible. I cook, clean, and do laundry every day.
I see. So then, you can come over after work?
Huh?
I'd really prefer if you could do the laundry in the morning, but I'll let it slide for now.
Do I really have to do it?
Of course! That goes without saying. Also, while you're here, do me a favor and do some grocery shopping. I need milk, eggs. I'll text you the rest later.
Are you implying I should make dinner too?
Of course I do. Who else is going to cook? You're going to be a part of our family. Helping out when your mother-in-law is in need is just part of being a wife, right?
Okay, I'll come over after work.
Hey, Jenny, will you go shopping and cook dinner today too?
What? Again? I prepared for tonight's dinner when I was here yesterday.
Yeah, about that. I hate to admit it, but I ended up throwing it all away.
What? You threw them all away?
I'm sorry. I should have told you earlier, but Lisa has a lot of food dislikes. Your dish had some of her least favorite ingredients.
Even so, you didn't have to throw it all away. Even if Lisa doesn't like it, you can still eat it, right? Isn't it a bit extreme to throw it all out?
But we're a family. Shouldn't we be able to eat different things? If we're having a meal together, I'd want us all to share the same food.
But
next time, I'll make sure to tell you Lisa's food dislikes beforehand. So, could you please make dinner?
If that's the case, why not have Lisa make it? It's not like it's an allergy. Just food preferences, right? I'm busy too. I can't keep up with Lisa's whims.
Wow! What a terrible thing to say. Lisa will be your sister-in-law. Don't you think it's a wife's duty to know your husband's family's preferences? Don't tell me you're forcing Jake to eat things he dislikes too. Honestly, I'm worried about the future.
Okay, I guess I'll make it. By the way, can you pay me for the things I bought yesterday?
Are you going to charge me? Even though you made something we couldn't eat?
Couldn't eat. You just threw it away on your own, right? And as for the last time we went shopping together, you haven't paid me yet.
I don't have a choice. I don't have a car to go to the bank. It's tough without my husband around. Don't you have any compassion?
But
everything's been butts and back talk from you. I never dared talk back to my mother-in-law. No matter what she said, I just said yes and obediently followed along.
But to throw away food someone made and then ask for it to be remade, it's just beyond unreasonable.
There you go again, talking back. That's why I hate women who work, acting all high and mighty just because you make a little money.
Okay, that's enough. I'll see you tonight.
Come as soon as possible. I have a lot of other things for you to do besides making dinner. Hey, Jenny. Thank you for coming by last night and helping with the housework. Lisa was thrilled this time because it was all her favorite foods.
That's good to hear. Thanks to your specific requests.
Yeah, the food was amazing. It's just...
What?
About the cleaning?
Cleaning? I did what you asked and vacuumed all the rooms, but...
I figured you just vacuumed. No wonder it still feels dusty. You know, you're supposed to wipe down after vacuuming, right? Don't tell me that's how you are at your home.
I work on weekdays. Usually, I just use the vacuum. But on my days off, I do wipe down as well.
I guess you've been slacking at home then.
Slacking? After finishing work, I come over to cook and clean here. Then, when I get home, I have to cook dinner for myself and Jake. I can't do everything perfectly like that. If you're not happy with how I do things, ask your own son for help.
There's no way I can ask Jake for help. He works late at night.
I'm working just as hard as he is. I can't handle any more demands. It's just too much for me.
How dare you say that? Don't you want to help?
Did I say anything wrong? Sorry, but it's time for me to work. If you'll excuse me.
Hey, Jenny.
What is it today? Shopping? Housework?
What's with the attitude?
Your back pain is all better now, right?
You see, I'm not trying to call you out or anything.
Okay, so can we talk later? I'm still at work.
Here you go again, prioritizing work again. Seriously? Looks like I was right all along.
Excuse me? What?
I've been observing your actions for a while now. I've come to realize you're not suitable to be our daughter-in-law. Jenny, please break off the engagement.
What?
I'm disappointed in you. I thought since you grew up in a single-parent household, you'd be willing to do all the housework. But all you do is work. It's embarrassing for a woman to use work as an excuse like that. And then you go on about asking Jake and Lisa for help. You have zero awareness of what it means to be a wife. With that attitude, I feel anxious about the future.
But you're the only one who's unhappy with me.
I did make the decision to call off the engagement, that's for sure. But I know Jake will agree with me. He said, if Mom says no, then no.
Interesting. So you're saying your whole family is in favor of breaking off the engagement then?
I didn't bother asking Lisa. I'm sure she doesn't want to be your sister-in-law. You're old and not particularly pretty. A younger bride would get along better with Lisa, don't you think?
Does Jake's father know about the broken engagement? Unlike you, he was happy that Jake and I are getting married.
I can just update him later. Besides, he's on a business trip overseas and won't be home for a while. I'll just tell him that you two had a fallout, and I'm sure he'll understand.
I see.
Either way, I don't want anybody like you in my family. My son deserves someone better and richer.
I understand. If you're going that far, I'll just call off the engagement.
Thank you for being so understanding.
Then I'll take back the job offer for your daughter.
What? Her job offer?
The offer she got from Ace Corporations. I'll withdraw it in accordance with my broken engagement. Since you and I will no longer have anything to do with each other, I don't owe you any special treatment.
Huh? What are you talking about? It has nothing to do with you. Are you okay? Did getting dumped for engagement make you lose your mind?
No, I'm pretty sane.
Withdrawing Lisa's job offer? You can't do anything about it.
Yes, I can. I am the president of the company.
What? President? No, you're not.
Don't tell me you didn't know that. I thought I said that when I first met you.
I don't know if you did, but I don't remember at all.
I gave you my business card.
I threw it right away.
I'm appalled. You weren't listening, and on top of that, you threw my card away without even looking at it?
No way I'm falling for that. You? The president of that company? Unbelievable.
Well then, why don't you go on our website? You'll find my picture and name in the president's message section.
No way.
My grandfather on my mother's side is the founder of the company. I took over last year. Your husband knew about it. He was the one who asked me to offer Lisa a job.
I was the one who decided to give her a job. Really? My husband?
Huh? You seriously thought Lisa got that job offer based on her own performance?
But she's such a talented girl.
That's what you think. But let me tell you, despite managing to get into a private university, she hardly studied and spent most of her time goofing off. And now, you're telling me she got into our company based on her own performance? Give me a break.
You've got to be kidding me.
As expected, it seems Lisa got rejected left and right during her job hunt. So your worried husband begged me to hire her for some odd jobs. He even said, "Please straighten out my daughter's spoiled attitude." In other words, she got the job offer because of me. It's not like because of her performance.
I beg your pardon.
Well, that was because she was my future sister-in-law. Now that you want to break off the engagement, that will be nothing.
Oh no! I thought getting a job at a big company would set her up for a secure future.
I'm sorry to hear that. I look forward for her future success.
Okay. I'll approve your marriage with my son.
Huh?
I take everything back. That's enough, right?
Of course not. I'm the president of the company. I've been doing all the household chores you told me. I didn't even complain, even if you haven't paid me for the groceries. I'm not even married yet, but I believe I've done more than enough work. You insulted me, calling me poor and old. I've been hit with a one-sided decision to call off the engagement. Do you think I would let you get away with that?
That's why I ask for forgiveness. I'll give you my blessings to marry my son.
Huh? It's too late for that. Not caring about his own mother and letting his fiancée do everything? Can't control his own mother? Instead of standing up for me, he just does as he's told and calls off the engagement. I don't need a mama's boy. Who do you think you are, speaking from a position of superiority, talking about forgiveness and acceptance? I think you should be the one begging for forgiveness.
No, I mean, I'm sorry.
Is that your way of apologizing? Even a 3-year-old can say sorry better.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything. Please, forgive me.
Well, it's too late for that. Anyways, I understand breaking the engagement. I'll hire a lawyer, so let's formally proceed with the cancellation later. However, I need you to pay me back for the food expenses. We haven't settled it yet.
No, wait a minute. Don't break off the engagement. Pretend it never happened. I won't do anything like that again, and I'll pay you back.
I've already made up my mind. I'm so glad it happened before we got married. I got to know your son and my future mother-in-law's true colors. Oh, sorry, I meant you, Glenda. We are complete strangers now.
Don't call me a stranger. I'm sorry. Let's talk about it with Jake.
There's nothing to talk about. I've decided to cut you off completely. Goodbye.
Wait a minute.
I have work to do. Excuse me. Goodbye.
I told you to wait.
Soon after that, she contacted her husband. They drove to my office together. I went to my mother's house right away so I won't run into them. They texted, called, and even stalked me. Even the meeting with our lawyers, they were begging and crying on their knees. I ignored all of them, and with a lawyer in between, I managed to cancel the engagement officially. Jake's father, who was on a business trip overseas, was surprised and amazed to hear about the engagement being called off. Of course, I explained everything, what Glenda did. So, after coming back from his trip, he asked Glenda for a divorce. Glenda was crying and begging for forgiveness, but he made up his mind too. And as for Jake, he was still pining for me and continued to live in the apartment we used to share. However, since he couldn't afford the rent on his own, he ended up moving back to his parents' house within a month. Since Lisa's job offer was revoked, she hastily began job hunting. Due to the timing being too late, she was rejected everywhere and ended up becoming a college graduate bum. The three of them are living together at their house. They became quite famous in the neighborhood as the poor family whose bride ran away before marriage. It seems they spend their days feeling miserable, with gossips following them wherever they go. As for me, a year after this incident, I started dating someone who my grandfather introduced me to. Just recently, he proposed to me. Unlike Jake, he understands my job and actively helps with the household chores. From now on, I hope to build a warm family with him, who is sincere and kind.
You, where are you now? Hey, Sadie, why aren't you answering your phone? Where are you hanging out?
Conrad, I was shopping and just noticed.
What do you mean by not being home yet?
I didn't stop anywhere. I went to the supermarket on my way home from work as usual. You seem to be home earlier than usual. What's the matter? That's unusual.
What? It doesn't matter when I come home, it's up to me.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm just doing my usual thing at my usual time, so I'm not doing anything that would make you angry.
If you have time to argue with me about every little thing, just finish your shopping and cook dinner.
Yes.
You haven't even drawn my bath yet.
I'm doing it after I get home from work, like I always do.
You're supposed to finish before I get home.
I can't do it any earlier. I work too.
Damn it. You say this and you say that. You're really not that loving. That's why both me and Kayla dislike you.
You're the one who made her dislike me.
Huh? Don't blame me for making you disliked. Kayla says she's hungry too, and she's irritated because of you. Do you want Kayla to hate you any more than this?
Okay, I understand. You want me to cook dinner. Okay then. I'll finish my shopping and go home. Hey, Dad. I've been thinking about this for a little while now. You don't really need that old lady anymore.
What's wrong all of a sudden, Kayla? Where are you now?
I just got off work. I'm on the train going home.
Oh, well, you must be tired. So what do you mean we don't need her?
It's been a year since Grandma died. I'm going to start working this fall. The company that offered me a job is a little far from the house. I'm thinking of taking the plunge and living on my own.
What?
In other words, if you get rid of the old lady, you can marry that beautiful girlfriend of yours and have a lovey-dovey newlywed life.
What? Oh, you knew about her?
I happened to see you holding hands in front of the station about 3 days ago. She's younger than Mom, she's beautiful, and she's so much nicer than her. Are you thinking of remarrying her or something?
What? Well, it's not that I haven't thought about it.
That's definitely the way to go. You should just get rid of that old hag. I'm rooting for your love, Dad.
Oh yeah, right. Thanks.
Hey, old lady. What are you doing spacing out at home? You know it's my day to move into an apartment.
Good morning, Kayla. Of course I know. Should I help you with something?
Give me a break. I don't want you touching my stuff, so don't be at home today.
What?
I don't want you helping me, and I don't want you to see me off. Don't come home until I leave.
Oh my god, you really have grown up to be a hopeless child, haven't you?
Huh?
Well, that's understandable. I guess it's the result of more than 20 years of upbringing by that wife bully of a grandmother, and your father is like that too.
What's that? I don't get it. Don't badmouth my favorite grandma and dad.
Yes, I'm sorry. I don't expect you to understand. Don't worry about it. I'll do as you ask. Maybe I'll just go and do all my own errands too.
Why don't you just get out of there? You're in the way.
Hey, Sadie. You know it's Kayla's moving day today, right?
Yes, I do. Of course I know. She's been working hard all morning packing her stuff.
You're her mother, too, after all. What the hell do you mean by not helping her? I can't believe you went out today.
I asked her if she needed any help. She said she didn't and didn't want me to see her off. And she told me not to come home until she had left. So I decided not to come home until this evening. If you have a problem with that, please check with her first.
Oh, so that's how it is.
She told me suddenly this morning, so I haven't been able to prepare dinner, do laundry, clean, or anything.
Well, today is special. I'll let it go this time.
I see. Thanks for that. Well, I have some things I need to get done, so you won't be able to reach me until tonight.
I see. Do as you please.
Yes, I'll do as I please. Conrad, what on earth is the meaning of this?
What? What are you talking about all of a sudden?
I'm almost home. Why is all my stuff in the garbage bin down the street? Some of that stuff is furniture and electrical appliances. You have to pay to have that taken away.
What? Why the hell do you think? I'll tell you why I threw it out. You don't have to come back anymore.
Huh?
I mean, how can you live with me and my daughter hating you for over 20 years? You've got a lot of nerve, don't you?
Huh? Let's put aside your dislike for me. It was you and your mother who made Kayla hate me, wasn't it? Your mother was Kayla's main caregiver. You told me that I should take care of all the housework because I was your wife. From Kayla's point of view, I think she would have had to hate a mother who didn't take care of her. And if she saw me being disrespected and abused every day, it's no wonder she became like that.
Shut up. Anyway, Kayla is now a working adult, and I have no use for you as a housekeeper. Get out.
Okay, I'll leave.
I have no choice. I'll let you in the house just for today, but you'll have to leave first thing tomorrow morning.
That won't be necessary. I mean, I'm never going back there. I've already moved all my stuff out.
Huh?
I don't want you to misunderstand me, but I'm not talking about the stuff that's in the garbage. I decided to take Kayla's move as an opportunity to move in the near future. I have already signed a contract for a new house. As of yesterday, I had sorted out what I needed and what I didn't. So during the day today, I moved only the things I needed to move to the new place. I was going to throw away the rest of the stuff I didn't need when I got back today. But since I was told not to come back, I'm not going to go back there. I'm just going to turn around and go to my new house. So I'll leave it to you to dispose of the things I don't need.
Hey, what are you talking about?
I'll let you take care of the stuff that's supposed to be paid to have taken away.
So what are you saying? It's true, I just told you to get out. What you're saying now is that you were ready to leave even before that?
That's pretty much right.
Huh?
Perhaps you forgot? A little over a year ago, a couple months after your mother died, you asked for a divorce, didn't you?
Oh, I did?
But at that time, Kayla was just about to start job hunting. I was concerned that our family situation might affect her job hunting activities. I suggested that it would be better to wait until Kayla graduated from junior college, and you agreed. We decided to postpone the divorce by 1 year so that it would be around the time of Kayla's graduation from college.
Come to think of it, I do remember that conversation.
As for the financial part of the divorce, I have hired a lawyer. From now on, let's discuss it through the lawyer.
Oh, you went to the trouble of hiring a lawyer?
Yes. We've been married for over 20 years after all.
I'm sure there are a lot of things that a layman wouldn't understand, such as the division of property. I think it's best to leave it to the professionals.
It's kind of a pain in the butt, but you've already asked them, right?
Yes, I did. If it's too pain in the butt, I think it's even a better reason to use a lawyer. If we do it on our own, well, we will probably just disagree, and it'll be a waste of time and effort.
I guess I don't have a choice. Okay. Hey, Sadie, what do you mean by compensation? You asked your lawyer for the division of property, didn't you? Why are you talking about me paying compensation?
Have you seen the set of evidence I gave to you yet? If you look at it, it's obvious why.
Evidence?
The report that says I found out you were having an affair with someone, and the photos and recordings that prove it. There's a lot in there. You've been cheating on me so brazenly.
What? Don't tell me you used the detective agency.
That's right. I've been aware of it for a little over a year.
Huh? Why?
I saw you at a nearby convenience store, arm in arm with a woman much younger than me. If you're going to cheat on me, you should at least do it in a place where you won't be noticed. But a nearby convenience store? I was really being taken for a sucker, wasn't I? Stalling the divorce for a year gave me time to prepare and investigate. It was a successful plan.
What the hell?
Because when you asked me for a divorce, it was right after I found out about the affair. I wasn't prepared for it.
Oh, come on. So you're saying I was being set up?
Don't talk like that. I'm not lying about what I did for Kayla. So that's what's up. From now on, I'd like you to go through the lawyer to contact me. Also, I won't renew the lease next time, so please move out by the end of this month.
What?
I've already moved out of the house, of course. It seems you haven't prepared anything yet, so you'd better hurry.
Wait, why did you just decide on your own not to renew? I still live here. I don't know if it's revenge for me kicking you out or what, but I'm the tenant. Don't screw around.
Excuse me? I'm the primary tenant.
Huh?
When your father passed away 5 years ago, we had to change the tenant agreement, but your mother was a housewife. And you also thought the procedure was a hassle, so you threw it all on me. You didn't even sign the documents, no matter how many times I asked you to. I had no choice but to become the tenant, and so that's how it happened. Since then, I have paid the entire rent of $1,200.
What?
Don't tell me you were unaware of it all along.
Well, since you mentioned it, the rent was never deducted from my account.
Well then, that's that. I've already completed the cancellation procedures. I think you'd better hurry up and arrange to move out. Hey, come on, pick up the phone. What on earth is going on at this hour? Oh, lady, you finally answered the phone. I just got a call from my dad. What the hell is going on? If it's about the divorce, I agreed to it. But since your father cheated on me, he's going to have to pay compensation. No, not that. I'm all for divorce. I mean, what kind of mother would get rid of the family house? What? I don't have a daughter. Huh? You're saying that just because you divorced my dad, you're cutting ties with me too. Do you call yourself a mother? So I was never your mother to begin with. What? What's that? I would have thought you would have been informed by now, or at least aware. What? What do you mean? I'd have to ask your father for the details, but your mother, who was very frail, died suddenly when you were 2 months old. What? Are you sure you're not my real mother? Yes, I am. I guess you didn't know. I thought you hated me even more because you were aware. Because you never told me. Your father and grandmother wanted to replace your real mother with anyone they could find, so they turned to me. A month later, I, who had originally been hired as a live-in housekeeper, became his future wife. Only a month after my own mother's sudden death? You mean Dad really liked you? No, that's not what I mean. I grew up in an orphanage and was a lifelong solitary, as I'm sure someone told you. Back then, I was naive enough to think that if I got kicked out, I'd have no place to go back to, so I had no choice but to do what they said. All I was expected to be was a formal mother and a free housekeeper in the name of wife. In that house, my opinion counted for nothing. I wasn't even allowed to take care of you.
Seriously? So I was raised by my grandma my whole life? I always thought you were a lousy mother who didn't even take care of her kids. And you didn't blame me at all for calling you old lady.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't the mother on the family register. I was never allowed to have any say in your upbringing or discipline in the first place.
Seriously?
If you don't believe me, you can look at the family register. Then you'll know that I'm telling the truth.
Family registry?
Well, your father and I are getting a divorce. I'll be changing my contact information soon. I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
Where are you going?
Well, I explained the situation and my company understood. They have a sales office in an area which has the setting of a book I love. I asked if I could transfer and work there, and they said yes, so I'm starting a new life there now.
Your favorite book? The place where it's set?
You don't know what my favorite book is. You weren't interested in me.
I know. Tell me where you are now.
I won't tell you. I'll wish you well from afar. Well then, take care.
Mother, wait! Dad, I'm confused.
What's wrong? Did something happen at the new place?
I don't know, it's all so complicated. I don't understand.
What?
I don't know how I feel about myself or you or my grandma. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Kayla?
I've always hated Mom, but you and Grandma made me that way. So it was you and Grandma who were really bad.
What's wrong with you? Did your mother say something to you?
Oh, by the way, I haven't told you where I moved to yet.
Oh yeah, that's right. Where?
This is where I'm going to let you just fade away.
Huh? What?
Goodbye.
Kayla was told by me that I wasn't really her real mother. She found out that the father and grandmother she believed in were the worst people. She was quite shocked. She told everyone that she would probably never get married. She decided to keep her distance from her father, Conrad. And Conrad? According to our acquaintance, he was dumped by his young fling. I wonder if it was hard on him to have no one around him. He seemed to be aging all at once. He seemed to feel left behind while his own surroundings began to move in a hurry. He was in a daze and moved out just in time. The manager told him to hurry up and get out as soon as possible, so he frantically got himself into a bachelor dormitory at work. It seems that there was a lot of whispering about the fact that such an old man has entered a bachelor dormitory full of young employees. Conrad couldn't take it anymore. Soon after, he voluntarily resigned. He's now working part-time and weeping bitterly while reminiscing about his lost family.
Erica, divorce my son right now. Mom, what's going on all of a sudden? And don't call me Mom. You're not my daughter-in-law anymore. I don't understand what's going on. Oh, well, I really didn't want my son to marry you. Freddie is my precious, precious only son. I was going to choose a partner for him as his mother. But one day, Freddie brought you home, and you told me that you were pregnant with his child. I had no choice but to allow you to marry him. At the time, I thought you were a nice girl. Look at you now. I'm so disappointed that you're actually an outrageous person. Excuse me? Did I do something? I have no idea why you are upset. I won't be easy on you just because you're pregnant. I told Freddie too. I want you to divorce him today and vanish from our lives. Today? That's impossible. I don't want to see your face anymore. Just texting you makes me sick. Are you sure? I have nothing more to say to you. You should hate yourself for deceiving my innocent Freddy.
I don't understand what you mean at all. It's impossible to get a divorce today.
Oh, are you worried about your baby?
Huh?
Leave today. Otherwise, I don't know what happens to the baby.
What are you saying? It's your grandchild.
Shut up. I'm not your mother-in-law anymore. You are to pack your things and leave quickly. Got it?
Hi, Freddy. You're already home, right?
Yes, I'm home. I just got home from work.
Okay. Then I'm sure you've already noticed.
Yeah? Mom told me. She told you to pack up and leave, didn't she?
Yeah. I got messages from her and I didn't know what was going on.
You really did leave the house, didn't you?
Huh?
Mom was impressed. She said, "You're surprisingly understanding."
Because if I didn't leave right away, I didn't know what she would do to our baby. I asked my parents to come and pick me up on short notice. I went back to my parents' house with the bare minimum of belongings.
Then all that's left is to proceed with a divorce.
What do you mean? Your mom kicked me out of the house and now you are asking me to divorce you?
Don't be so defensive. You were cheating on me.
Cheating? What? I didn't cheat on you.
Such a liar.
What?
My mom saw you cheating on me.
Your mom?
That's right. That's reason enough for divorce.
When did she say I cheated on you?
Yesterday. She saw you talking with a young guy at our front door. She said you guys looked very friendly.
Young guy? That's my brother.
Huh?
I'm pregnant and can't carry heavy things. So my brother delivered me some groceries.
Your brother?
That's right. I told you that my brother was coming yesterday, didn't I?
I don't remember that.
What?
You can't fool me, you know. You were going to take advantage of him while I was at work.
Why don't you ask my brother? Besides, I'm sure your mom would have remembered his face, because he was at our wedding.
No. Mom said she didn't recognize him.
That's ridiculous. Check on our security camera then. You'll see my brother. I'm sure you'll understand.
You're so demanding. Mom said she'd never seen him before. Are you trying to tell me that she's lying?
Not exactly. You're just accusing me of cheating and asking for a divorce without any evidence. I was just talking to my brother.
I thought you were a nice, innocent woman before we got married. I guess I was unlucky. You've got some nerve to cheat on me so brazenly in broad daylight.
You don't trust me at all, huh?
Mom said she saw it, so it must be true.
That's right. She's more important to you.
Of course she is. My mother would never lie to me. Let's get a divorce. I want to get rid of this cheating woman as soon as possible. But I'm not paying child support, okay? We're getting divorced because of you.
What? What are you talking about? Are you going to abandon your parental duties?
And the child you're carrying? It's your boyfriend's child anyway, right?
That's terrible. It's your child.
I don't believe you at all.
I don't mind taking a DNA test.
That won't be necessary.
Why not?
Because I'm 100% sure you're having an affair. I don't need a DNA test.
Isn't that the most important thing now?
I'm not going to raise a child with your blood in its veins. I can't let this child be a part of my family.
How can you say such a terrible thing?
I'm not going to be the father of your child. I'm going to find a woman younger and prettier than you, and she's going to have my baby. So you and the child in your belly, you guys are now strangers.
Oh, wow. If you don't believe me, then forget it. Promise me one thing.
What the hell?
From now on, no matter what happens, you stay away from me and my child.
Isn't that so obvious? I'm not going to get involved, even if you ask me to. You and that kid betrayed me. I'm not going anywhere near you.
So, we have an agreement, right?
Yeah, we do. Are you okay with this? Don't cry saying it's too hard to raise a kid on your own. Don't ask me to get back together with you.
There's no chance of that happening.
I see. I guess we're strangers now. Goodbye. Hey, Erica. It's been a long time. How are you? How's my kid growing up?
Who is it?
Hey, don't be sad.
Well, I'm seriously asking who you are.
Damn, you are still a pain in the ass. It's Freddy, your husband.
My what? I don't know my husband with that name.
Hey, what the hell are you blabbering about? We divorced 2 years ago. How can you forget in just 2 years?
We divorced 2 years ago, so you are my ex-husband, right?
Huh? It doesn't matter which one it is.
It does, because it's very important whether you are currently my husband or not. Make no mistake, please.
You are so nitpicky about details.
So what does my ex-husband want from me?
I'm trying to get back together with you.
Huh?
You can come back to me again.
I decline.
Why?
You're the one who decided I cheated on you. You're the one who demanded a divorce.
Well. Listen to me. Actually, Mom saw you walking with a kid the other day. Then, she said the kid looked exactly like me when I was his age.
Of course she did. He is related to you after all.
I thought he was your partner's kid. You were actually pregnant with my child.
I told you that over and over. You didn't believe me.
And one more thing. Mom told me you were bringing a young man home with you. I checked the data from the security camera at the front door recently, and your brother was right there. I thought, wow, what you said was true.
Did you say you checked it recently? It's a little too late for that, but...
I told my mom about it. She said she'd forgive you too.
Huh? She said she'd forgive me? I didn't do anything wrong, okay?
You're the one who did something confusing. I'll let that go so you can come back with our kid. You can be my wife again. I'm glad my mom is such a kind person.
Not good at all.
Oh, why?
I don't want to be your wife. I'm not at all happy with such a judgmental mother-in-law.
Oh.
And you? You left me because you believed only your mother's stories.
You made us think you were up to something.
Why? Why is it so confusing?
You invited your brother to our place.
What's wrong with having family over to my house?
Anyone would suspect an affair if a young man came to their house.
Your mom met my brother at the wedding. There are so many photos from the wedding.
I don't remember every single face of your relatives.
Even if she didn't remember their faces, it was stupid to assume that I was cheating on you.
Well...
And you didn't see it with your own eyes. You took your mother's word and divorced me.
What the hell? I told you I'll marry you again.
I don't want to.
Are you sure you want to be so stubborn? It's hard enough raising a child on your own, isn't it? You want to continue being a single mother?
Oh dear, who is a single mother?
You! Stop messing around and listen to me and your mother-in-law.
No, she's not my mother-in-law.
Shut up. You've been married to me once. Divorce or no divorce, you're still entitled to follow my lead.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Listen, I'll marry you today. Just get ready to go to the city office. I'm coming to pick you up with Mom.
Erica, we came to your parents' house just now. Who is that guy? Did you really come?
Of course. I was expecting to see my grandchild. But this guy told me you and your kid were out. I went to pick you guys up, you know?
I'm glad I made it in time. I was out with my kid.
And who was that man who answered the door?
He's my husband.
What? Husband?
We got married 6 months ago.
What? Why didn't you tell us?
I don't know what to tell you, but why would I bother telling you? And I'm pregnant with my husband's child.
What? Oh my God. Then give me my grandson. Frankly speaking, I don't care about you, but you have to give me my grandson. I will raise him together.
That child is not your grandchild.
What?
My husband officially adopted him.
What?
I'd like you to abandon the idea that he's your son's child or your grandchild.
Adoption? What the hell did you do?
I mean, why are you asking me to return my child now? Freddie and I have been divorced for a long time. He told me he was going to have the child with his new wife.
Well, he can't have children anymore.
Oh no.
Right after the divorce, Freddie was diagnosed with a severe illness. Because of the treatment he received at that time, he can no longer have a child of his own.
I see. So no matter what it takes, you want to take my kid, the only one with your blood in him.
That's right. If you understand, then give me my grandson.
No.
Don't you feel sorry for Freddie?
Well, I'm sorry he's sick, but...
If you feel that way, give me back my grandchild.
No, I won't.
You're a stubborn daughter-in-law.
I'm not your daughter-in-law.
You need to listen to me.
You say the same thing as your son.
I will not allow my daughter-in-law to disobey me.
You were the one who told me not to call you Mom anymore.
I told you I would let that go.
Letting it go where? If you don't back off here, I'll call the police.
The police?
You and Freddie are still hanging around near my parents' house anyway, right?
Kinda, but why are you calling the police?
I repeat, I am already divorced. My child has been adopted by my current husband. My husband and I have full custody of our child.
But he's not blood related to your current husband.
It doesn't matter. My husband is. Unlike you and Freddie, he is a man who loves us and our child as a whole. You cannot do anything anymore. Please leave.
Oh no, please, Erica. Give me back my grandson.
Then I'll call the police.
Stop it.
Then please leave.
Okay. I'm leaving now. Just don't call the police. Hey, Erica. Can we get back together again? Since I went to your parents' house, my mom has been totally depressed. She stays at home all day long. She doesn't seem to be able to do anything. Dad said he was thinking of getting a divorce. You know, I feel bad for my mom. Why don't you marry me again and raise our child together? He is our son, right? Once you and my kid come back, Mom will be fine. You want to show some appreciation to my mother too, don't you? And she won't have to go through a divorce. So, let's get back together, okay?
Enough.
What?
I'm not marrying you again.
Why not?
I got married 6 months ago. Didn't your mother tell you that?
I heard that, but you can divorce your husband as soon as you can. There won't be any trouble about custody. Just hurry up and bring my kid back home.
Huh? I'm pregnant with my husband's child.
What?
Oh, you didn't hear about that from your mom?
I didn't know.
And the fact that your parents are going through a divorce has nothing to do with me.
What?
Your father called the other day to apologize to me. He said he was sorry for the trouble his wife and son caused. Your father is a sensible man, unlike you and your mother.
Well, so what?
He told me at the time that I could tell you if you persist in contacting him. I'll tell you now.
What the hell? What is it?
Your mother has been cheating on her husband for a long time.
What?
They say if you're having an affair, you think other people are doing it too. That's exactly what happened 2 years ago.
My mom? No way.
She thought I was having an affair when she saw my brother. I guess it's because she was cheating on him.
Oh no.
Your mother brought a young man into the house while her husband was at work. She never learned her lesson.
Seriously?
And then, your father on your behalf paid me alimony. And also, he's been paying me monthly child support on your behalf.
What?
He hasn't done it anymore since I married my husband. He said he would deduct the amount from what you will eventually inherit.
What?
He said that you will probably end up with nothing.
What do you mean?
That's why I'm sure you're going through a big upheaval. So this is not the time to worry about me.
Help me out.
Don't tell me you've forgotten the promise we made back then.
Promise?
From now on, no matter what happens, you stay away from me and my children. That's what I said.
But things have changed, and you can help me as my ex-wife.
A promise is a promise.
No way.
Stay away from us for the rest of your life.
Oh no.
Freddie was living with his parents after the divorce. He was quite shocked when he found out about his mother's affair. He left his parents' house without saying a word. Shortly thereafter, my ex-parents-in-law divorced. My ex-mother-in-law was evicted from the family home. She was charged alimony, but since she was a housewife and had no savings, she had no choice but to borrow money. Now she is working so hard to pay off her debts. Freddie must have been mentally exhausted after losing so many things all at once. He made a series of mistakes at work and he got fired. He is now working as a day laborer to make ends meet. As for me, I recently gave birth to my second child. My current husband loves them both. I would like to continue to live happily with my beloved family.
Janet, are you ready to go to hell?
Susan? What have you been doing all this time? You suddenly left our parents' house and I haven't heard from you for 2 years. I mean, what the hell are you talking about?
What have I been doing for the last 2 years? Of course, I've been preparing to take revenge on you.
What? Revenge on me?
That's right. I just don't hate you. I hate our mother and father, too. Don't tell me you've forgotten what you did to me 2 years ago. Our mother tricked me, made it sound like you and my baby didn't exist, and how much that hurt me.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? I really don't get it.
You got remarried, didn't you?
What? No, I didn't.
Oh dear, you shouldn't lie. I know exactly what you did. Because I stole your husband again.
What?
Actually, I'm on an overseas trip with that husband of yours.
Huh?
The guys you choose fall for me easily. This time, I'm gonna become a wife of a rich man.
I'm telling you, I didn't remarry.
I warned you not to lie, didn't I? You got robbed again, so you're screwed.
Hey, why are you so obsessed with me? Besides, going out of your way to target married men.
I'm not purposely going after married men. When I see them as your husband, I just want to take them away from you.
Huh?
2 years ago, I was about to divorce my first husband, and our marriage wasn't going well. And you are a housewife in a big house, and you spend every day with a look of happiness on your face. Just seeing you like that disgusted me. So I decided to take your place.
Is that why you took away my husband, Bob? Just for that?
Just for that? That's more than enough reason for me. And that's not all. Ever since I was a child, my parents hated me. They always favored you over me. They gave you a big allowance because you were a little better at studying. You even went to a good university. I haven't gotten any allowance since I was a kid, and they didn't buy me anything. They didn't even let me go to college. So I had to start working after high school. As a result, you got to meet your well-educated and rich husband in college, but I could only marry a low-income, low-educated, abusive husband.
You know, we had a family meeting about that 2 years ago, and I explained it to you, didn't I? When we were kids, I earned my allowance by helping with the dishes or something. You did nothing. Our parents got ready for your college tuition too. You skipped school, and your practice exams were so bad that you gave up and refused to apply. It's your fault that you didn't get into any college. Our parents gave us an equal chance. You abandoned it, and now you're in the situation you're in, and you're taking it out on your family. Besides, your father is now...
Shut up! You've been spoiled so much you don't understand. That's why I took your husband away from you to torture you. And yet, I was interrupted by an evil old woman who abandoned her only son to protect her daughter-in-law.
You mean my mother-in-law?
Yes, that's right. If that woman wasn't around, I would be a comfortable wife of a rich company president now. My parents wouldn't cover for me either, so I left home. For the past 2 years, I've been in the depth of poverty and unhappiness. They told me they wouldn't let me see my kids anymore just because I didn't pay my child support on time.
I mean, Didn't you and Bob officially get married?
We did, but he cheated on me after 6 months and we broke up right away. That's why I'm all alone now.
I feel like you deserved it.
Shut up! You don't understand what I'm going through.
Yeah, you're right, I don't. Why did you blame Mom and Dad and myself for your failed marriage? Why don't you reflect on yourself and live a decent life?
I will when my revenge is over. But after that, I'll say goodbye to my life of poverty. Your second husband is rich again. And I'm the one who took him away from you again.
I told you I hadn't remarried.
Of course you did. You're so good at this, aren't you? Your mother-in-law was like a savior for you, and now you've betrayed her.
What? I would never betray my mother-in-law. She's like a real mother to me now. How could I betray such a wonderful person?
And yet you wear a mask to deceive and flatter her. You're funny, you know that? You seem to enjoy looking down on me, but in the end, you're just another black-hearted bitch. I'm going to put you through hell, so get ready for it.
I don't know what you think you're doing, but it doesn't hurt me to keep hearing stories that I didn't do.
Huh?
I'll give you a word of advice. What you're doing is nothing but purely out of resentment. Also, you're so mistaken that you're completely off. I suggest you calm down and take a look at your situation.
Thanks for the useless advice. I've decided that I won't fail this time. So, there's no problem. That's why. Because I took your husband away again. This time, I'm gonna be a rich wife and make up with my parents who have cut ties with me.
I keep telling you, I didn't remarry.
I'm going back home in a week. You better get ready to be a divorcee again.
We are in trouble. Susan, who has been out of sight for 2 years, has finally shown up. What? She is still alive? And she looked just fine. She hasn't changed at all and was sarcastic. She declared war on me again. Yes? Declare war? Well, do you have a boyfriend? No, I'm not seeing anyone or even liking anyone. But she is saying she stole him again. Yes. What's that? Yes, I don't know either. I was certain she thought I had remarried. That she would take my husband once again and revenge what I did to her 2 years ago. I don't know what to say. I've always thought she was a crazy woman, but I wonder if she's finally lost her cognitive abilities as well. I told her I had never remarried, but she wouldn't listen to me at all. And then, she is currently traveling abroad with someone whom she thinks married me. They are coming back in a week. Oh well, at least we won't get hurt until then. But still... Oh my God, really? That predatory bitch! I can't believe she's still obsessed with you. It really pisses me off. Ellen, thank you so much for being angry on my behalf. What are you talking about? We adopted you and we're family. Of course I worry about my daughter. Yes, thank you very much. Anyway, since she showed up, we'll have to figure out a way to deal with her. I don't know how she's going to revenge. We have to teach her a lesson that it's us who really want to take revenge. 2 years ago, she suddenly disappeared, and we are not happy about it. You just take it easy, okay? Yes, I'll do that. Susan, our mother is in critical condition.
Huh?
I don't know where you are right now, but you need to come to the city hospital right away. I'm out of the state right now, and my mother-in-law is rushing to the hospital instead.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Huh?
Hey, you know that? I think your mother-in-law knows you're betraying her. You're being set up by your mother-in-law.
What? What do you mean?
I'm telling you, you stole her husband and now I'm stealing him from you. In other words, your mother-in-law considers both of us as her enemies. That's why she's deceiving you. If you go to the hospital, you'll get stabbed.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to say that I remarried my father-in-law?
That's what I'm saying. I think your mother-in-law finally realized that she got divorced without her knowledge and her husband remarried to his daughter-in-law, who she never thought he would.
What are you saying? Don't you know that it's legally impossible in the first place?
Huh?
My father-in-law also said he's going to leave work early and rush to the hospital. There's absolutely no way what you're talking about happened.
Another lie. That father-in-law is on an overseas trip with me right now.
Well, anyway, our mother is in critical condition. She's been telling me for a while that she misses you, even though you think you cut ties with her. So you have to cut your trip short and get back home as soon as possible. When your father was...
I don't believe that. Bye-bye.
Susan!
Janet, are you alive? You didn't get stabbed by that evil old woman and die, did you? I'm back home now. He wants to marry me soon, you know. So please make up your mind to divorce him as soon as possible. His family's inheritance will be mine now.
You're still a scab, Susan.
Huh? You can't mean...
Yes, as you can imagine, it's me, Ellen.
Wait, why?
You don't seem to believe Janet at all. I thought I should tell you.
You're still taking her side after she betrayed you?
What are you talking about? She didn't betray me. She gets along with my husband as well as ever.
What are you talking about? Your ex-husband is sitting next to me now. Janet's husband is mine. In other words, your ex-husband is mine too.
Huh?
You're so frustrated you can't say anything. Poor old woman.
No, I was just stunned. You stupidly misunderstood the situation. The guy you're with is my husband's twin brother. That is, my brother-in-law.
What?
We haven't seen each other for about a year since we moved to another part of the country.
Huh? Twin brother? Brother-in-law? What do you mean moved? What about that house that Bob used to live?
My brother-in-law and his wife live there now.
What?
His wife's name is on the lease.
His wife?
By the way, she runs a beauty clinic, so even though she's in her late 40s, she looks like she's in her 30s. And coincidentally, she and Janet have a very similar vibe. Well, let me guess a little. You had an affair with my brother-in-law about a year ago, right? But neither we nor Janet have been in the vicinity of that house for a year.
You must be kidding.
That means you mistook my husband's twin brother-in-law and his wife as Janet. Is that right?
Well, then I took the wrong person?
That's what it means.
No way!
Also, his wife knows you are having an affair with him.
What?
While you two were taking a leisurely trip abroad, I heard she had hired a very good lawyer.
Lawyer?
My brother-in-law just came home and she slapped him with a demand for alimony and divorce papers.
That's already happened?
Of course, she's going to demand alimony from you as well. You better brace yourself.
That's fine. I'll have him pay for me. I'm sure he has money if he's one of your family members. He's the eldest son, so I'm sure he inherited a lot of money.
No, he didn't. My brother-in-law is unemployed. He did get an inheritance from his father, but I'm sure it's already been used up. I think it's more likely that he's in debt.
What?
When he was younger, he started his own company because he admired his father, who was a businessman. But he was a catastrophically inept manager. He should have just given up before the losses mounted. He wanted to impress his wife, who had a talent for running a business, so he tried to rebuild the company by pouring all of his inheritance into it. He failed and went bankrupt with huge debt.
Oh!
By then, his wife's beauty clinic had already taken off, so he lost all motivation to work. He's been a pimp ever since.
What?
But she takes the action quickly. She has already found a place for him to live and work, and he's gonna get picked up tomorrow. She knows what she's doing.
Wait a minute! Don't tell me he's been paying for all those dates and overseas trips from...
It looks like he's been using his wife's money without permission.
No way!
Oh, yeah. Tens of thousands of dollars he spent on you. They're gonna calculate it and charge it along with the alimony. I hope you'll repay them.
Huh?
And this is the most important part. Janet will also demand alimony from you.
Huh? Now?
If it's been less than 3 years since she found out about the affair, she can file a claim for alimony.
What? What's that? How much will they charge me in total?
Well, let's see. I think it'll be $200,000 in total.
$200,000? That's so unfair!
Yes, of course. I'm charging my son too.
What?
He asked Janet to get back with him 2 months ago. Of course she refused. He just paid for alimony and child support for the 2 kids in one lump sum.
You're evil!
Whatever you say, you did a terrible thing to my daughter-in-law and you deserve it.
What? Why? If I knew that it would turn out like this, I wouldn't have done anything.
And then, we are in the middle of your mother's funeral.
What?
I mean, it's already been 2 hours. Your mother should have been cremated by now.
Wait a minute! No way! Was that true too?
Didn't you get a call from Janet informing you of her critical condition?
She did, but I thought you were lying to set us up.
That's why you didn't come. Your mother heard that you had come back. She said she wanted to talk to you again. She became ill after your father passed away. She said she regrets that she should have talked more with you.
Oh, wait! What do you mean your father died? What did that mean?
After you disappeared 2 years ago, he felt responsible for raising an irresponsible daughter, and he fell ill. He passed away just like that.
You're kidding!
Then your mother also became mentally and physically ill and started taking it out on Janet. After discussing it, we decided to adopt Janet into our family. Over the next 2 years, your mother gradually got better. I'm so sorry to hear that she had a sudden change in health and passed away.
Wait, so my father's inheritance will be mine, right? Janet is no longer my father's child. All of it will be mine, right? Well, I'm not rich like you guys, but I can inherit $20,000 or $30,000, right?
That's right. There was about $50,000 in deposit alone.
$50,000! Yes!
That's all to be donated according to the will.
Huh? Donation? Why?
If you had rushed to your mother's sickbed, you would have inherited it. Not only did you not show up, you assumed it was a lie from the start and didn't even worry about it. Your mother was disappointed when she found out. She decided to donate the money and put it to good use instead of giving it to you.
Oh no! It's my money! She shouldn't have done it without asking me!
Well then, that's all I heard.
Wait a minute! What is this? Am I going to have to live in poverty and take on debt again? And my parents are gone! I thought being rich would make them forgive me for everything! I just want to be happy!
You can't become happy at the expense of someone else's happiness.
Huh?
If you don't understand, think until you do. You must realize it yourself. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I don't understand! What is it? Tell me why I can't be happy!
That night, Susan came running into my parents' house where everyone gathered for the funeral. Thinking she was going to apologize for everything she did, she screamed,
"Give me back my $50,000!
Of course, they kicked her out of the house, and her relatives and friends made up their minds to cut ties with her. I, unfortunately, could not make it to my mother's last moment, but my mother-in-law and father-in-law took care of her, and they explained everything to Susan. Susan, who was burdened with $200,000 in debt, seemed to plan to disappear again. She was caught by my father-in-law's twin brother, who was also in debt and unemployed, and she reluctantly started living with him. However, the man who is used to having a lifestyle as a pimp has Susan earn money at nightclub while he himself remains unemployed. Since he is home all the time, he only monitors her closely, and Susan says she can't escape even if she wanted to.
Come on, Ruth. Explain this. Why aren't you picking up? Are you ignoring me?
Teresa, hi. I can't answer the phone because I'm working. What's going on?
Working?
Yeah, why?
Don't you lie to me.
Excuse me?
I know you're not working.
Why are you so upset all of a sudden? You know I'm usually at work around this time, right?
You've been fooling me. Get out of my house right away.
What?
I mean it today.
Teresa, are you okay?
Don't even call my name, you lowlife.
Wait, what's going on? Seriously. Can you at least explain why I have to leave?
Don't tell me you have no idea.
No, I really don't. I don't even know why you're calling me as a lowlife.
Ugh, see, this is why I can't stand a penniless woman.
Wait, now I'm penniless too? Just calm down for a second. Tell me what's going on.
How can I calm down when I see that printout of your bank statement?
My bank statement?
The printout of the Chase bank account in the drawer.
The drawer? You mean, how did you even open it? I'm pretty sure I locked it.
That's useless. I have a spare key.
Did you make another one without telling us? Enough already. Our valuables are in that drawer, things Era and I keep private. Even though we're family, I've asked you not to open it so many times.
Stop nagging. It's weird to lock up stuff in a family. You married into my house, remember? Don't complain if I just open a drawer.
But
forget that. What's with the dollar balance?
a dollar?
It's your account balance. You must be crazy to work for a big company and only have $1 left.
Well,
you're not really working, are you?
I am working.
If you were, your bank balance wouldn't be $1.
Listen, that's...
First of all, I was against this marriage. You're a whopping 5 years older than him. I wanted him to marry a young and pretty girl, but he was adamant about his choice. I reluctantly agreed because I was told you were working at a prestigious company. It turns out your account balance is just $1. What's up with that? Stop fooling my son already.
Let me just say something. That's not mine.
Yeah, right.
I don't even have an account with Chase Bank, and I don't remember seeing the printout you're talking about.
Ugh, you're a piece of work. How can you deny what I've seen with my own eyes?
I have personally checked, so I can't say for sure, but I'm afraid you might be mistaken. Anyway, I'm sure it's not mine.
Unbelievable. I can't believe you're such a liar.
How?
Lying about working at a prestigious company while you're actually jobless. And lying about not having a bank account with $1 balance?
But I do have a job, and I really don't know what bank account you're talking about.
That's enough. You're going to divorce Aaron.
What? Now you're talking about divorce?
Of course! A lying, penniless woman like you isn't fit to be his wife.
Hold on a sec. When I get back home, I'll check that printout, okay?
No! Just don't come back to this house. I don't want to see your face.
Jeez, then where should I go?
I'll send your stuff to your parents. Just go back there.
No way. They're in another state.
Ugh, poor Aaron. To be deceived by a woman like you?
I'm not deceiving anyone.
Ugh, you're so annoying. Just chatting with you makes me feel poor.
Wow.
You're not my daughter-in-law anymore, got it? Never come back here.
Hey, hon, you got a minute?
Oh, hey, just finished lunch and taking a break now. What's up?
I just got this angry text from your mom.
From Mom?
Yeah. She kept calling me while I was working, so I thought something was up. But then she told me to leave the house.
What? It's out of the blue? Why does she want you out?
She found a printout of a bank statement by opening the drawer.
You mean the one in our bedroom?
Yeah.
We went to the trouble of locking it, so she couldn't open it. Did she make a spare again?
Seems like it.
Seriously, even after I told her so many times about respecting our privacy within the family and not making a spare key?
She just won't learn.
How many of them does she need to make until she's satisfied? So, was there something wrong with the printout?
The account balance was just $1.
$1?
It's a Chase Bank account. So she was all mad about how it's weird for me to work at a prestigious company to have only $1 balance. But I don't even remember seeing that printout. Do you know anything about this?
That's mine.
Really?
Yeah, I opened that account when I was still a student. I don't know which year the printout is from, but back then, I only had a part-time job. There should be about 50,000 in there now.
I see. So it's a printout from ages ago.
Exactly. Nowadays, we can easily check our transaction history in the phone app, so I don't have to print it out, I guess I forgot to throw it away.
Well, it happens. I'm glad the mystery's solved.
Sorry for the hassle. I'll talk to Mom and straighten things out.
Thanks, please do. She told me not to come back home, ever.
Seriously?
Yeah, she even mentioned divorcing you.
Divorce?
She said a lying, penniless woman like me isn't fit to be your wife.
Okay, I'll speak to her right away. I gotta tell her it's mine. Oh, but wait.
What? Isn't this situation a great opportunity for us?
Opportunity?
Remember the thing we talked about when she made a spare last time and created a mess?
Oh, that conversation.
Yeah, that. I was actually pretty serious about it. What do you think?
You're right. It's a relief for me if you're really okay with that.
Then it's settled. So I feel bad to ask, but can you stay at a nearby hotel tonight instead of coming home?
There are many near my office, so I'm sure there'll be vacancies.
It's gonna cause you a bit of trouble, but I hope you'll understand.
It's okay, I trust you, and go along with it.
Thanks, hon. Alright, let's have a strategy meeting tonight. I'll call you when I get off of work.
Got it.
Ruth, I gotta hand it to you.
Yes?
Looks like you really went back to your parents. You didn't come back home yesterday like I told you. Aaron hasn't said a thing either. So are you guys planning to divorce? I wonder if telling him about the balance did the trick.
Oh, so you mentioned it to him. Well, if you did, you should know that it's his account.
Geez, still denying, huh?
I'm not, but it's not right to blame someone without even checking the name of the account holder.
He did say something like that and tried to defend you, but if you're getting a divorce, then he must have accepted my advice. So that means I'm right.
Neither of us has said anything about divorce, I think.
What are you talking about? You didn't come home because you're divorcing him, right?
That's not it. You told me not to come back.
Either way, just hurry up and get divorced, you lying low-life, penniless woman.
All right. I was gonna leave this as my final warning, but...
Warning?
Aaron probably explained it all to you, that a dollar balance is his.
That's gotta be a lie. He's too nice, you know. He's probably lying and covering up for you.
I don't expect understanding from someone who twists even her own son's words.
Excuse me?
Forget it, I'm done here.
What are you talking about? Well, if divorce is on the table, then whatever. Good riddance to the annoying daughter-in-law. From now on, it'll just be me, my husband, and Aaron living together without any unwanted guests. Huh?
Hey, hon. Are you done with work?
Yeah, just wrapped up.
How was your day?
Same, nothing special.
And by the way, did you see the screenshot I sent you?
Yeah, I did. Her brain's totally fried. Can't get through to her.
Yeah.
I thought I gave her one last chance. Even after explaining everything in detail, she just wouldn't listen.
It's weird, you know.
What is?
She's always been really fond of you, right? But it's strange how she won't listen to anything.
She's been like that forever. That deep-seated ill nature that's been building up for decades seems like even I can't do anything about it.
You okay, hon?
Yeah.
Despite everything, she's still your mom, you know. Are you really okay with this?
Don't worry about me. Honestly, there's a part of me that feels relieved, you know? After all, Dad's mental health is seriously affected because of her.
All right. He used to see a therapist for a while.
Yeah, he's been struggling mentally. Thankfully, he's doing much better now. But you never know what she might do next. I'm always on edge.
So maybe it's best to...
Stay away from her. She's the type to latch onto what she considers hers and interfere without caring about the other person's wishes.
Jeez.
Thanks for caring about me, hon. I've already moved on, so I'm good.
Good to hear that. Well then, let's meet at our new place.
Yeah, I'll get things ready.
Ruth! Aaron's gone. I've been out all day with friends, and when I come home just now, no one's here. He usually comes home by 8 p.m., so it's weird. I messaged him, and he replied. I'm not coming back to that house anymore. What's going on? He must be with you, right? You despicable woman. Even after deciding to divorce, you still take him away from me. Give me back my son. Ruth!
Mom, please stop messaging Ruth.
Aaron, where are you? It's almost past 10 p.m. Come back now.
Didn't I tell you? I'm not coming home.
But you're joking about that, right?
Don't you realize?
What?
My stuff is gone from the house.
Huh? What are you talking about? Ruth's stuff is gone. Yours is... Wait a sec. Oh my god! Most of yours is gone too!
Isn't it clear now?
What?
I left the house.
How come?
I'm staying with Ruth.
Wait a minute. Aren't you getting a divorce from her?
No way.
What?
I don't think I ever said we're divorcing, did I? What's going on in your head, Mom?
But, you didn't seem to care when she stopped coming home. Didn't it mean you moved on?
Why would I leave the woman of my life?
What?
I purposely didn't let her come home to protect her.
What do you mean?
You kept causing drama over the account balance, telling her to leave and divorce me. Can't let her stay with a mother-in-law who bullies her like that.
That balance is a fact, so we have to accept it. She lied about working at a prestigious company. It turns out she's just an unemployed, penniless woman. She deserves to be divorced.
Jeez, Mom. I've told you many times it's my bank statement, right? I explained why it was showing that little balance. Even confirmed it by looking at my name on the printout, right? So why are you still insisting it's hers?
Because I just can't believe she has no savings working at a good company.
I repeat, it's mine.
Oh, Aaron, you don't have to force yourself.
Huh?
You don't need to defend such a penniless woman. I'll find you a more suitable wife. Just divorce her already and come back home.
Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
What is?
I'm no longer your son, Mom.
Excuse me? What are you saying all of a sudden?
I don't want anything to do with you anymore.
Why? We've been getting along, you know.
Getting along, huh? I don't recall ever.
Oh, come on. We've been living under the same roof for years.
I stayed at home because I was worried about Dad.
Why?
You've always controlled him, calling him 100 times at work and accusing him of cheating if he just stepped out briefly. Did you even know he was mentally stressed and had to see a therapist because of your suffocating behavior?
No way.
That's why. If I, your other obsession, stayed back, I thought I could protect him. Ruth understood my situation, agreed to live there.
I don't get it.
But now it's over.
Over?
Just so you know, it's not just me and Ruth leaving you.
No.
Haven't you noticed Dad yet?
But he said he was going out for drinks with his former colleagues today.
Have you checked his drawers?
Wait, what? Him too?
That's right.
Wait, what's going on? His stuff is gone too. When did this happen? I didn't even notice.
While you were out enjoying a movie with your friends, we moved out. Of course, it was impossible to move everything by ourselves in a day, so I had some coworkers help.
Why would you do such a thing? You took my husband with you?
Just so you know, I didn't force him. It was his decision.
This is a problem. If he leaves too, I'll be all alone.
Then be alone and reflect on yourself.
Listen, Aaron, are you being manipulated by that penniless woman with $1 balance?
God.
It's all her doing, isn't it? What a wicked woman. She's deceiving you and my husband, trying to alienate me.
Who's really wicked here?
Aaron, I'll get you a lawyer or whatever it takes. Just divorce her already.
Mom.
I won't let her get away with taking my husband and son away. If it's come to this, I'll fight with everything I've got. I'm the only one who can save my family.
Are you okay?
Aaron?
No, never mind.
Tell me.
I've realized there's no saving you.
Wait, what?
I'm cutting ties with you.
Stop!
Take care, Mom. Goodbye forever.
Wait, Aaron. Aaron!
Teresa went crazy and incessantly called Aaron and sent him messages, but he, myself, and my father-in-law all blocked her simultaneously. We went the extra mile and changed our phone numbers altogether, ensuring there would be no communication with her whatsoever. Then my father-in-law hired a lawyer and filed for a divorce. Now he's living with us in an apartment far away from her house. According to rumors from the relatives, she remained at the house for a while, but being abandoned by her husband and son really took a toll on her. She became completely withdrawn, stopped going out, and her health deteriorated to the point where she couldn't even walk properly. Now she spends her lonely days in a facility where no one comes to visit. As for me, I'm enjoying a peaceful life with Aaron and my father-in-law, free from stress. Just recently, I've been feeling under the weather, but it turns out I'm pregnant with our first child. We're over the moon about the new addition to our family. Hey, Matthew? About the lunch meetup with our parents. Mom told me there's trouble at her work. She tried sorting it out, hoping someone else could deal with it. But she also mentioned she has to go into the office today. So it seems like I will be at the restaurant without my mom first. I hope that's okay.
Oh, really? It's a bummer that she has to go to the office on her day off. If she needs to be there, it must be some serious trouble. Don't worry about it. Just tell her to focus on her work.
Thank you, I will. She's going to make it even if she's late. She said she'll do her best to wrap things up as quickly as she can. Can you let your parents know? Also, please convey how sorry we are to them.
Got it. I'll let them know. At first, we planned this get-together to introduce you to my family as my fiancé. But then, Mom mentioned she wanted to meet your mother before our wedding. I'm sorry for asking your busy mother to make time for us at the last minute.
Mom is excited to meet you and your parents, so don't worry.
That's good. All right, let's get ready soon and go pick up my parents. Take care. Let me know if you get lost.
Take care too. The reservation is at 12, so I'll make sure not to be late. I'll see you later.
It was lovely meeting you earlier. It's Victoria, Matthew's mother. I'm telling you, a woman like you, raised by a single mother, it's your fault for wanting to marry my lovely son.
How nice of you to send a message after what you did to me. What was your intention in doing such a thing? And how did you get my contact information?
When Matthew stepped away for a moment, leaving his phone unattended, I quickly checked it to find your contact information.
What? Really? As soon as I entered the reserved private room at the restaurant, I never imagined I'd experience being slapped with a wad of cash in my life.
So what? Are you expecting me to apologize? No way. I have no intention of apologizing to a poor woman like you who grew up in a single-parent home. Never. By the way, do you know how much money was in that wad?
I was too shocked. I don't remember anything.
That wad of cash was worth $10,000.
I see. That's a lot of money, and you went to all the trouble of preparing it in advance so that you could slap me? You really hate me that much? I don't get why you're treating me this way. What did I do to you?
I already said it, didn't I? All right, I'll say it again. I can't allow my precious son, whom I've raised with love and care, to marry someone like you, coming from a poor single-parent household.
It's true I was raised in a single-parent household, but we are not poor. I don't understand what's wrong with being raised by a single parent.
Not poor? That can't be true. Stop lying. Single-parent households definitely struggle financially.
My mother earns a decent income, so we've never faced financial difficulties. Not even once.
You think that way because you grew up in a poor household. You don't even realize you're poor. On the contrary, my family invested a lot in loving and raising my son, and we didn't face any financial issue. You're a worthless woman who just wants to take advantage of Matthew's money. But that's not going to happen. Matthew seems completely deceived by you, so I have to do something about it.
It breaks my heart hearing all this from you. I accept the fact that you don't like me at this point in time. But even so, using a wad of cash to slap me before introducing myself, do you really think that's the right thing to do as a mother?
Huh? Are you really that stupid? I did it because I know I'm doing what's right. That's how much I don't approve of you as my son's fiancé. You poor thing. You won't get it until it's spelled out for you. Seriously? It's unimaginable for a mother to be late for such an important dinner like this. Because she doesn't have a decent job. She's being used like that, right?
I assume you've heard it from Matthew, but my mom is running late due to some work trouble. I'm sorry about that, but could you please understand the situation?
Being called into the office on day off? That's unheard of. What kind of major blunder would lead to something like that?
My mother didn't cause the trouble. Besides, my mother just texted me that she will be arriving soon.
Huh? She's coming now? Wait, where are you right now?
The restaurant staff offered me to stay in a vacant private room.
What? You're still around? Then come and get it quickly.
Get what?
The money, obviously. You need the money anyway, don't you? If you break up with my son, I'll give you $10,000. Your mother might cry tears of joy. You're welcome.
Excuse me, I just got a call from my mother that she just arrived. Please give me a moment to talk with her. I will contact you again. I just spoke with my mother. I told her everything you mentioned earlier.
So what? It won't change my mind.
Let me ask you this just to be sure. Do you really want me to break up with your son?
Of course. I'm telling you to break up with him right now.
I understand. I'll go over there with my mother now.
So, coming here means you still want the $10,000, huh? Poor people really have no pride. I'll give you the $10,000, so after you receive it, get the hell out of my sight. Don't ever see my son again. Hannah, please, wait a moment. I didn't know. I never imagined that your mother was the president of our company. It's a common surname, so I didn't notice. I'm really sorry. Please come back again. Hannah, I'm really sorry. You can marry my son. Just let me talk to your mother. If this doesn't work out, my position at the company may be in jeopardy. Hey, are you reading this? I'm begging you this much, so please respond. Hannah? Mom. Matthew, where were you? Hannah is not replying to me. Please bring her back. I'm with Hannah. What? Hannah's mother is also here. What? Is that so? Then please, bring the two of them here. Or please tell them to reply to me, please. Seriously, who do you think you are? What? After causing all this, you still don't realize that your position is in jeopardy? Or do you realize but are avoiding facing reality? I'm telling you, it's your fault. Why didn't you tell me that Hannah's mother is the president of our company? If I had known, this wouldn't have happened. I chose not to tell you. Chose not to? You always judge people so easily, based on appearance, occupation, education, or upbringing, right? Well, yes, but what's wrong with that? If I told you in advance that Hannah's mom is the president of your company, you would surely have fawned over Hannah's mother. I thought today's meeting would have turned awkward, you know? Well, she's the president. Right. That's why I didn't tell you. But I never imagined it would turn out to be like this. I think you are insane. How could you slap a person with a wad of cash? I feel ashamed to be your son.
That's...
Come to think of it, isn't that money was Dad's? There's no use playing dumb. I know about it. That money is what Dad inherited from Grandpa. I know that you and Dad know each other's personal identification number for emergencies. But it is not an emergency, and it's wrong to withdraw it without permission.
But I'm his wife, so I thought it's okay to do it.
It's not okay. And besides, you took someone's money without permission, slapped my fiancé with it, and asked her to leave me in exchange for that money. Are you serious? Have you no shame?
Well,
I'm so ashamed of myself for having a stupid mother.
Matthew, how dare you talk to your mother like that?
I'm just saying what I want to say because I'm going to cut the ties between you and me.
What?
And also, I'm sure Hannah will probably claim medical expenses, compensation, and damages for the period she can't work. Make sure you pay for it.
What? What for?
Remember when you slapped her and she was surprised and fell to the ground? At that moment, she fell into an awkward position.
Oh no.
She was in a lot of pain, so I took her to the hospital and they told her it was a fracture. Hannah works in an office, mostly on the computer. If she can't use her hand, she'll have to take weeks off work.
That's a lie. Absolutely a lie. But she was texting me earlier. If she has a broken hand, how can she type? I know you are lying. If you were trying to trick me into taking my money, it's not going to happen.
Oh, about earlier? It was me typing.
What?
Well, it's no wonder you didn't notice. I was typing what Hannah was saying.
No way.
I really can't believe what you said to my fiancé.
No, that was...
I'm going to take Hannah home now. Bye.
Hey, wait a minute.
Oh, and make sure to return the money to Dad.
Wait, Matthew. Hannah, I'm really sorry for causing the fracture. I'm begging you, please forgive me. So, I have a favor to ask you. Can you let me talk to your mother? If things continue like this, I'll be demoted. My husband is pretty angry too. He said he wants a divorce. Hey, you want to marry my son, right? I'll give you my approval, so please. Hannah, are you there? Please, I'm begging you. Hi, Matthew.
Oh, hey. How's your hand? Are you feeling better now? It's been almost 3 weeks, right?
Yeah, but I'm not completely healed yet. I still have to go to physical therapy, but I'll be back at work on Monday.
That's great. I know things have been tough, but you never gave up. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you, Matthew. By the way, last time you mentioned that your parents were going through divorce proceedings. Are they living separately now?
Yes, they are. My parents' house is in my father's name, so my mother moved out.
Oh, really?
After consulting a lawyer, we filed a complaint with the police regarding my mother's actions. Then, my mother offered to compensate us and requested that we withdraw the complaint, right?
Yeah, she actually paid, and we withdrew the complaint.
It seems my mother withdrew money from my father's account again to cover that compensation.
What?
I guess that made him proceed with the divorce. I don't believe it's just about this incident. Rather, it seems that all the issues that have accumulated over time have finally reached a breaking point for him.
Well, that's understandable.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember the day when your mom was late due to work trouble during the meetup with my parents? Well, that trouble was actually...
Oh, that? I heard about it later from Mom, too. It was because your mom made a mistake at her job, right?
Yeah, it looks like she got demoted because of it.
I see.
It's surprising how arrogantly she behaves despite being at fault. Even though she's my mother, I feel ashamed. I'm genuinely sorry to you and your mother.
You didn't do anything wrong, so you don't have to apologize. My mom thinks the same too.
Thank you for the understanding.
Anyways, I brought the brochure of the wedding venue we were talking about the other day. Want to take a look?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'll bring it tomorrow. Well then, I'm going to sleep soon. I have to wake up early for our date.
All right, I'm going to sleep soon too. I can't wait to see you.
Me too. See you tomorrow. Good night.
Good night. Sweet dreams. As a result of the divorce settlement, my parents' divorce was finalized. The savings that my mother withdrew from my father's account, it seems she promised to repay $500 each month. Of course, we have no intention of inviting my mother to the wedding. When she was informed of this through our lawyer, she broke down in tears. While she's deeply saddened by being disowned by her son, she seems to not understand what went wrong. Apparently, she did something within the company that violated compliance regulations, and she was finally fired. With no severance pay, my mother, who had no savings, has to make monthly repayments to my father. Additionally, she has to earn money to support herself, so now she's working a part-time job she managed to find. It seems she works with teary eyes as she gets scolded by a manager who is younger than her.
Hey, Mummy, are you still in the hospital? When are you coming home?
I'm sorry, Mia. I'm sure I can come home as soon as the baby is born. Just wait a little longer.
Mummy, are you sick?
It's not like an illness, kind of difficult to explain, but it's called preterm labor. Even though the baby is still small, it seems like the baby might be born early. I have to stay in the hospital until the baby grows up inside my belly. I'm going to be home soon. I'm sorry for making you feel lonely. I have to be here so that the baby can be born healthy. Me and the baby are doing our best. So please do your best and stay at home for a little longer with Daddy, okay?
Okay, I will try.
Thank you.
But I can't wait to see you, Mummy. I asked Daddy to take me to the hospital to see you, but he always says that he's busy.
I see. Maybe he's busy with work.
I think so. He works during the weekends too.
What?
Daddy goes to work every day and I'm always left alone.
I see. Are you eating well?
Yeah, I do.
Really? Does Daddy cook for you?
He's too busy to cook.
Are you the one who's cooking?
I can't cook that much yet, but Daddy buys cooked meals from the store.
I see. When Mommy gets out of the hospital, I'll make you lots of your favorite food.
Yay! I can't wait to eat your food.
Kevin, you got a minute? Are you still at work?
Yeah, you're lucky. You just lay around all day.
I mean, I have to. I'm sorry, I have to stay here for so long.
Damn it. I never expected your hospitalization to drag on like this. I've been working overtime non-stop recently and I'm completely exhausted.
I'm really sorry. I never thought I was going to be here that long too.
So, what do you want?
Huh?
I'm working. If you need something, please be quick.
Well, I was texting Mia today. I heard you haven't been cooking for her. Are you that busy every day?
Kinda. I don't know why did you even have to ask. I'm still working around this time, right?
I know, but I'm worried about Mia. She's growing up. I don't think she's getting enough nutrition.
It's not like I'm making her eat junk foods every day. She can cook simple meals herself. Don't worry about others. Focus on yourself.
I know, but can't you take off work once in a while? Mia misses me. I'd be happy if you take her to come see me, even once a week.
Huh? Don't be selfish.
What?
I'm working for our family.
Well, I know that, but...
Besides, Mia's in grade school now. It's not like you're not going to see her forever. I can't take the day off work just to take her to go see you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you.
Then don't tell me what to do. I'm busy.
But we both live far away from our parents. You're the only one I can rely on.
You know what? Can I go now? I know you have all the time to be on the phone and just lay around, but I'm busy working.
Right. I've been bored, so all I can do is be on my phone. Sorry.
Don't hit me up about nonsense.
Well then, please take care of Mia. I know you're busy, but please look out for her.
Okay.
Kevin, I know you're at work, but can you come to the hospital?
Natalie, what is it this time?
I'm starting to have contractions.
What?
The doctor said I'll have the baby by the end of the day. So when you get off work, I'd like you to bring Mia to the hospital.
There's no need to rush, right?
Huh?
You're the one who's gonna have the baby, not me. It's not like I can do anything for you.
But I want you to be there. I'm not asking you to be there for the birth, but at least rub my back while I'm having contractions. I'd feel safer too.
Come on, stop being a spoiled brat. This ain't your first time. You already had Mia before, so you're probably used to it.
You know, no matter how many kids you have, giving birth is a life risk, and it makes me anxious every time.
You're exaggerating. There are doctors and nurses at the hospital, right? I don't need to go all the way there. I'm busy.
I'm giving birth to your child. You're the father.
I don't have a choice. I'm at work.
But can't you leave work this time? I'm giving birth to your child.
No way. Work is more important to me.
Oh.
Anyway, I'll go once you have the baby.
Well, okay, but I'm going to need you to take care of all the paperwork. I'll leave the paperwork to you.
I have to do it?
Who else is going to do it besides you?
Why don't you ask your mother?
What are you talking about? My parents live far away.
I don't care how far they live. Their daughter is giving birth. I'm sure they're gonna be there for you.
You know what?
I'm not good with complicated procedures. I'll leave it to your parents.
Oh, what should I do? My contractions are getting stronger. I'm in pain.
I see. Well, make sure you call your parents.
So, you're not gonna come?
Let me know when the baby is born and out of the hospital.
Huh? Out of the hospital?
I'm going back to work. Later.
Kevin, wait. Mia, where are you? I just got back from the hospital. What is this all about? The house is empty. Are you and your daddy out on a trip?
Mummy, you're finally out of the hospital.
Mia, the baby is with me. I can't wait for you to see her. Where are you now?
I'm at Uncle's house.
What? Uncle? That's brother Uncle Jimmy's house?
Yeah.
Is your daddy there with you?
No, he's not. It's just me.
What do you mean?
He left me and went somewhere.
What?
Daddy has to go away for work. So he said he has to say goodbye to Mummy and Mia.
What the hell?
Hey, Mummy, can I come home now? Am I going to stay here?
No, I'm gonna come get you.
Really?
Yes, please wait for me. I'm on my way now. Kevin, can you explain what's going on?
What? I've told you 1,000,000 times not to call me at work. I see. You're out of the hospital, right?
Yeah, I just got out and the baby is safe. And when I got home, there was nobody there.
Oh yeah, I know. Ha ha ha.
What the hell? Mia told me about what happened. You took her to Jimmy's and left her. What is going on?
Jimmy didn't tell you anything?
Of course I talked to him. He said you dropped Mia out of nowhere and left. You told him you have to take care of something important. Why did you leave her there?
I was actually thinking of leaving her at a foster home. Then I felt bad. So I thought it's better if I leave her at Jimmy's.
What are you talking about? Why would you do such a thing?
It's your fault.
What?
You're the one who's stuck in the hospital.
Well,
I can't take care of Mia while I'm working.
but that doesn't mean you can just leave her like that without telling me. Where the hell are you?
I'm at work.
You're always at work. Just tell me the truth. Mia said something weird. She said you're saying goodbye to us.
Okay, I'll tell you then. I can't live with you anymore.
Huh? Why?
To be honest, I have a girlfriend. Well, maybe more than that. More like a new wife.
So you've been cheating on me this whole time?
I don't consider it cheating. I'm serious about her. She's pregnant with my child.
You're having a baby?
Yeah, I want to be with her. I was happy when I found out she was pregnant.
Wow. That's why you would leave Mia so often. And never came to visit. Lying about work and stuff.
Don't blame me. She's pregnant. I wanted to be with her as much as I could.
I was pregnant too, remember?
Yeah, but you were fine though. You were in the hospital with the doctors and nurses to take care of you. You didn't need me there.
It's not about that.
I'm divorcing you. I'm starting a new family with her. Forget about me.
Well, you sure have some nerve saying that. Of course, I'll agree to the divorce. But you know I'm gonna destroy your life, right?
What?
I'm going to charge you alimony.
No, I don't mind. Alimony isn't that much, right? You got like 30,000 in your savings. I'll get half of that, so I'll pay you the compensation all at once. Ha ha ha.
Are you stupid?
What?
You'll get nothing.
Why not?
You're so ignorant. It's not joint property.
Oh no, you're not gonna trick me. I know you have a lot of money in your account. We're still married, so that means that's joint savings. I'm not gonna let you get away with that.
Are you being serious? You've got it all wrong.
What?
The joint savings was the one we used when we bought our house, remember? That money on my account is the money I saved before we got married.
That's a lie. What happened to my money and all those bonuses?
Your paycheck barely covered the rent and utilities and food. I was paying whenever you're short with money.
Oh, then what about my bonus?
Did you forget that you were spending them on whatever you wanted?
Huh?
Motorcycles, cars, expensive watches. All those bonuses are gone because of that. How come you didn't know about it?
Well, what about your share?
Nothing. Even if I have my share, you cheated on me and you even got your lover pregnant. What you did to Mia is considered child neglect, so you'd never get anything from me.
You're kidding me, right?
Of course not. You cheated on me, remember? And I'm also going to charge you child support.
Child support?
Don't sound so surprised. You have 2 kids with me now. You're the father of my kids, so you'd have to support them.
No, but I have a baby on the way.
That has nothing to do with me and the kids. I'm going to charge you alimony and child support.
Oh my god. I thought I was getting a share of the money. I even bought the house because she asked me to. I was going to use half of our money to pay for it. What am I going to do now?
That's your problem. You did all this to yourself.
You're evil. My girlfriend is pregnant, and you're going to charge me with all this crap. You're ruthless.
Oh, I'm going to charge her alimony too.
What? There's no way she can pay alimony. She got pregnant and quit her job.
Then I guess you'll have to sell that new house of yours. I know you just bought it, but...
Don't talk like it's someone else's business.
I mean, it's none of my business.
I can't sell the house. She already lives there.
Then why don't you two work your asses off and pay for it?
We can't. I told you she's pregnant.
Anyway, it's none of my business. You're on your own, and I'll never let you see the kids. Enjoy struggling with your new wife.
Hey, wait a minute. Natalie, do you have a minute? There's something I need to talk to you about.
I don't want to talk about anything with you. We're divorced. You're a stranger.
Don't say that. I'm in a lot of trouble right now. Alimony, child support, paying for my house, paying for the baby. I can't afford it.
I know. You weren't making enough money. It's a miracle that you had such a good life, you know? And you were into expensive hobbies like cars and motorcycles, even though you weren't making that much.
I know. Thank God you were making good money. That helped me spend money on my hobbies.
You just figured that out?
I went to my parents' house to ask for money, but they turned me down. They're ashamed of me. They even told me not to come back to their house. They cut ties with me.
Well, you can't blame them. You left your kids and had an affair. The worst part is you even got the other woman pregnant. Even if you're our family, I'd cut ties with you too. Haha.
I thought about asking my brother for help, but he won't help me at all.
What do you expect? You left your daughter to him without explaining things.
I can't let my girlfriend have a baby. Honestly, I'm just trying to make it through the day.
I don't need you to tell me that. Isn't that what you wanted?
I wasn't expecting it to be this hard. I thought I was gonna get some money from you.
Well, that sucks for you. You should hate yourself for being so ignorant and stupid.
Please, will you help me?
Huh?
I know you have your savings. Can you lend me some of it? I'll work hard and pay you back.
Don't be silly. You've put me and the kids through hell. There's no way I'm gonna help you with anything.
But you're not struggling with money right now. Your parents are helping you raise the kids. You're much better off than I am.
Don't make it sound so easy. You weren't even there when I had the baby. My parents took the trip to come help me with everything. They're both fed up with you too, you know? They had no idea you were such an irresponsible father.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I caused you guys so much pain. I'm sorry.
Apology is not enough to resolve this. You don't understand the importance of people's lives. You don't seem to grasp the seriousness of the situation at all.
I'm sorry, but the future of the child to be born is at stake here. The child is innocent, right? So please help me out.
Of course, the unborn child is innocent. Because we're not blood related, I'm a complete stranger. And I have 2 kids I need to protect too.
Don't say that.
I only care about my children's future. I can't afford to take care of your child. I don't even want to think about it. I'm not going to help you. Don't ever contact me again.
Please, Natalie. I don't have anyone else to ask.
I told you this. If you're so desperate, just sell your house. Move to a cheaper apartment or something.
I'd like to do that too, but she doesn't want to. She wants to raise her kids in a comfortable environment. She doesn't want to sell the house.
I see. If you want to give her what she wants, you're gonna have to work like hell to get her what she wants. I don't think there's anyone who can help you.
Don't say that. You're the only one I can count on.
I have absolutely no intention of helping you. At least, neither I nor my parents nor your parents will help you.
Oh no.
Ask somebody else for help. I don't have anything to do with you, so leave me alone.
Wait a minute. I don't want to cut ties with you. Oh, that's right. Natalie, why don't you get back together with me?
I beg your pardon?
Wouldn't the kids be better off with a father? Honestly, I'm sick and tired of her being so selfish. So I'll leave her and marry you again.
That's terrible. I knew I was right to divorce you.
What? Can't I be the father?
Of course not. Someone with 0 sense of responsibility like you can't possibly raise children. It's better off if I raise them alone. Well then, goodbye. I'm going to block you.
Natalie, wait. Don't abandon me.
After that, Kevin's partner delivered the baby safely. They were unable to secure enough money to raise the child, so they went bankrupt. They were deprived of all their property. They are now raising their child quietly in an old, shabby apartment. Kevin's partner blames him for forcing them into a poor lifestyle. She constantly confronts him and they argue every day. I feel sorry for the child, but it is none of my business. On the other hand, after the divorce, I returned to my parents' home and switched to a different job. While it's challenging to raise 2 children while working, thanks to my parents' support, I get to enjoy my life every day. My parents are being supportive and taking good care of my kids. Mia has become more smiling compared to when she was living with her father. It is my life's purpose for my children to grow up with smiles. So I want to continue living sincerely and looking forward from now on.
Hey, Olive. Why is your son saying he will be staying at my house for a week, starting today? What is going on? Oh, so he's staying at your house. Then take care of him for the week. What? Answer my questions. He told me he was suddenly kicked out of the house by you this morning. You told him that you wouldn't be able to take care of him for a week. My son found your son wandering outside with nowhere to go. He asked him what had happened and then brought him home. Can you explain to me what the hell is going on? I took over as the manager of a luxury hotel after my mother-in-law was hospitalized. Is that so? That's new news to me. Well, it starts today. I'm going to be very busy with group guests for the next week-long holiday, so I had no time to take care of my son. That's why I kicked him out. It's good if you, who seems free, can take care of him. I'm sure we'll be asking you to take care of him often from now on, so please do. My son is in the sports club and tutors during the long weekend, so please drop him off and pick him up accordingly. Of course, make sure he has 3 meals a day and give him a packed lunch. Also, please give him an allowance of $10. He's a big eater, so I don't want you to cut corners. I will check with my son in a week to see how you treated him. You will be in big trouble if you don't take care of my son properly. What the hell? I'll take care of him since he's here. But why should I be ordered to do that? My son is in a sports club, but if he needs a snack in addition to his lunch, I tell him to buy it with the money he earns from his part-time job. If your son stays at my house, I'll let him do the same. I won't treat your son differently from mine. Huh? You've got to be kidding me. He's our son, so it's only natural for him to be treated according to our rules. Don't be lazy. You're just a housewife with nothing to do. Just because I'm a housewife doesn't mean I'm lazy. By the way, don't you know? Don't know what? We're staying at your mother-in-law's hotel from tomorrow through the weekend. What? You? At our luxury hotel? Yes. We made the reservation about 6 months ago. Really? Why? Because it's our 20th wedding anniversary. Hey, are you sure about that? What do you mean? Can you even pay? Our rooms start from $1,000 per night. A poor person like you can't afford to stay there. Of course I know how much the room costs. You knew and still made the reservation? No, you didn't. Our hotel is a luxury hotel. A luxury hotel. It's not like a cheap motel where you can easily stay with. Do you understand? Of course. I knew and still decided to stay. Olive, what do you know about my financial situation? We are not so poor as to be criticized that badly, you know. No. You are very poor, aren't you? After all,
Your parents' house looks like it's about to collapse. Don't try to fool me. I have known you since high school.
That was a long time ago. It was an old house built by my grandfather when he was young.
If you're poor as a kid, you're still poor as an adult. My parents' house was newly built and very clean. And many of my friends' houses were also beautiful. I was shocked the first time I saw your house that time. As a child, I thought being really poor was utterly miserable. I used to believe that people from different socioeconomic backgrounds, like yourself as a stay-at-home mom and me as a businesswoman, would never intersect. But then, our sons ended up in the same class and became friends. Despite being poor, you are a stay-at-home mom. If you're poor, you should work more. You'll never get out of poverty if you keep on lying around. Well, since you don't understand that, you'll remain poor or no right to stay at our hotel.
Did you even read what I said? I'm saying we'll stay at your hotel, which costs $1,000 per night, for 2 nights over the weekend.
Whatever. Enough with the lies. I know it's a dream come true for a poor person to stay at our hotel. A rundown motel suits you better, Ariana.
Whatever. Anyway, I can't take care of your son. My husband and I will be staying at your hotel from tomorrow. So my son will be taken care of by my in-laws. If you insist, I will ask them to take care of your son too. But my in-laws are too old and don't have a car, so they can't give him a ride. Besides, providing pocket money and doing all your requests are impossible.
Huh? How cheeky of you. Your in-laws and husband are poor anyway. You have the nerve to resist me, a hotel manager?
If you're the manager, make sure you have a reservation for us. And please come pick up your son right away. Hey, why didn't you pick up your son? We're leaving now, so we've decided to leave your son with our in-laws. But I left it up to them to decide how to take care of him. I also explained the situation to your son.
What are you talking about? Where are you going?
To the hotel. I told you we are staying at your hotel.
What? What's this poor person even saying?
Are you still talking like that?
That's my line. Just go home and take care of my son.
I can't.
No matter what you say, that's how it's going to be. You can't stay at our hotel. Poor housewife like you should go back home and take care of the children.
So, this was all your plan, huh? I can't believe you went too far like this.
Have you finally learned your place? If you understand, then hurry up and go home to take care of my son.
I'm not leaving until you explain yourself.
I'm not sure what you want me to explain, though.
I just arrived and tried to check in, and was told that my reservation had been canceled. And since it was canceled on the morning of the reservation, I was told there would be a 100% cancellation fee. But I didn't cancel. You did, right? You took advantage of your position as manager to harass me like this. It's beyond harassment, it's malicious.
If it's canceled, then that's the end of it, right? Pay the cancellation fee and leave. We're busy getting ready to welcome the group guest. Even if we were classmates, we couldn't provide special treatment, get it?
But I didn't cancel. Even if I have to give up staying here, I can't leave without a good explanation.
I will explain again. If the reservation is canceled, then that's all there is to it. Our room costs $1,000 per night. Only suitably prestigious guests can stay there. I don't know how you earned the money to stay here, but it's dirty money because you're poor, right? If we let you stay, the prestige of our hotel will go down. You come from a shabby family, and your poor husband doesn't belong in our hotel. Poor people can't stay here, so go home now. If you persist, I'll call the police for obstructing business.
I guess I don't have a choice. Then, I'll confirm with the real manager, Marie.
Huh? You mean my mother-in-law?
Who else could it be? Since she's in the hospital, I hesitated to contact her. But when I asked one of your familiar staff, they said her condition has improved. I guess I'll give her a call.
What? How do you know my mother-in-law's contact information? And what do you mean you know one of my employees? Hey, Ariana!
This is a message from Marie that I received. You're fired. That's what she said.
What?
She also said you shouldn't call yourself a manager without permission when you are just a front desk clerk. She decided to fire you just now.
Why? It's true that I was the front desk until now, but my husband doesn't have sisters. Obviously, I would naturally be the manager. I was trying to fill the manager's vacancy. But why did she fire me?
When I told Marie about the reservation being canceled without authorization, she contacted hotel security.
What?
When they reviewed the security footage from the front desk cameras, they found evidence of you canceling the reservation.
What? Security camera?
I heard that they recently installed a camera that can clearly see your hand and the screen of the computer.
What? Really?
That's what they told me. So that's why the fake manager should pack your stuff and go home.
I don't want to. I thought finally I had a chance to manage this hotel.
I'm sure Marie will call you later. She asked her niece, who has experience as a manager, to take over the position.
Huh?
Marie's hospitalization was sudden, so she just arrived here earlier.
Oh my God, she's here already?
Apparently, she was supposed to start as the assistant manager next month.
What? But I was supposed to be the assistant manager.
The hotel staff have already been informed through HR, though.
What?
Someone who can't even check the important information doesn't seem suitable to be a manager. On top of that, canceling a guest's reservation without permission, you deserve to get fired.
Oh, really? Who do you think you are? It's all your fault for trying to act like a rich person when you are not. I was just trying to help you, a poor person, not to spend your money.
That's enough. You've been belittling me about being poor for a long time.
Well, isn't it true that your family home was so shabby?
That was over 20 years ago.
But you've been poor since you were born, right?
What makes you say that?
Because what you wear is always shabby.
What? Shabby?
You always wear cheap clothes from Walmart or something. Even your son's school bag is handmade. He doesn't join any sports club
Because you don't have enough money, right? So that's the reason why you think I'm poor? And to begin with, what you just said sounds like a lie too. About who the manager is? Exactly. But seriously, just the fact that you know my mother-in-law's contact information is already suspicious. I exchanged contact information with Marie for work-related reasons. Huh? Work? Yes, I'm a travel writer. What? The familiar staff that I mentioned earlier is someone who assisted me during my last visit. A travel writer? You? I've been saving my work since I got married and had a baby. But with the support of my son and my husband, I decided to get back into it. When I spoke with my in-laws about it, my brother-in-law, who is the editor-in-chief of a travel magazine, decided to give me an opportunity to write for their upcoming special issue. The topic was supposed to be about a high-end hotel where a couple celebrates their 20th wedding anniversary. Huh? A travel magazine feature? About this hotel? Yes, but you completely screwed up the plan. Oh no! I already contacted my brother-in-law and informed him of the situation. The editorial department is in a panic because they might not be able to do the feature in the upcoming issue. So why don't we just pretend that the reservation was never canceled? The rooms can be made available and everything will be resolved, right? I don't think that's possible. Why not? The room that my husband and I were supposed to stay in? It seems your husband and your affair partner had a confrontation and made a scene there. What? Why is my husband there? My husband is head of the accounting department. He's not directly involved in customer service. But he's at the head office next to the hotel, right? Apparently, Marie explained the situation to him and asked him to check the hotel room. So he rushed over to the hotel. Upon entering the room, he found a strange man relaxing. When questioned, the man claimed to be your boyfriend. Did you forget to mention that you're married to your affair partner? Oh my God! Understandably, your husband was furious and engaged in a heated argument with the affair partner, which escalated into a physical fight, resulting in injuries. Security guards managed to intervene and stop them somehow, but blood stained the carpet and furniture. Curtains were torn, and vases were broken. It seems the room was in complete chaos. The hotel was primarily going to be featured due to that room, but given its current condition, it became impossible to continue featuring it. I can't believe it turned out like this. Oh, and I've also told Marie about your son. Your son will be taken to Marie's house. Marie mentioned that there were many things to discuss with you, such as the affair and the canceled reservations. So you should prepare yourself. Oh no! It seems your affair partner and your husband were taken to the hotel staff room. I'm curious to know where you are currently. Well, I think you'd better come to terms with it and show yourself soon, don't you think? No way! I never thought it would come to this. What should I do? Ariana, please help me! I don't want to. Well, good luck. In the end, the feature of the hotel was postponed. Olive was fired, and she was also sued for damages. Furthermore, she got divorced from her husband, who demanded alimony and took custody of their child. She was also dumped by her affair partner and is facing another lawsuit. Upon learning about the situation, her parents severed ties with her, leaving Olive feeling utterly alone. Afterwards, it seems she moved to a shabby apartment and is working part-time to make ends meet. She has not gotten rid of her old extravagant habits, and she can no longer afford to pay her credit card bills, so she has disappeared somewhere. Well, she got what she deserved, didn't she? Since our son is friends with Olive's son, we hear about his situation. It seems her son was also appalled by Olive's arrogance and says he's glad he takes after his father. By the way, the reason my son didn't join the sports club was that he's busy as a programming content creator. Even while attending school, he's actively learning programming and has gained some recognition among certain circles. So he earns his own allowance without me having to give him every penny out of my own pocket. My husband and I don't make a lot of money, but we have enough to cover our credit card bills and family's living expenses, allowing us to live a peaceful life.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.